तेरी मेहर दा बोलना तुरियां दे अरदास गुरु गुरु वाहे गुरु गुरु रामदास आद गुरे नमः जुगाद गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरु देव नमः। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Sikh way of life, which I am forced to call it religion, because it gives you a saving grace, which we never needed, but when weaknesses comes, then naturally you have to fall in a category. The science of happy living, the science of vitality living, the science of ensuring fearlessness and vengeance, no vengeance, these are the few faculties which were required at the time of Nanak. I'm not saying that there was no religion. At the moment there are 8 major religions. Religion to me and in reality is a science of reality. It's an authentic way of life in which a person can live happily. A person is not happy, he is not fulfilled, his face is not bright and shining. I don't know why he wears clothes even. I wonder. Who is cheating who? And sometimes I wonder when a 68-year-old or 70-year-old person blackens his beard, and when he gets up, he has to put his both hands on his knees and gets up. Why is he looking young? Who is lying? Who's cheating who? Guru Nanak saw this. Guru Nanak saw it very clearly that in spite of all the religion, all the philosophy, there are 987 religious philosophies in the world. There are 8 religions in the world. There are 20,000 processes of man's being happy. There is 7 million processes, what you call it's a little section. We call it one-man unit group. That's also religion. Very important, because in one-man unit you go, you get catered to so much. And the tragedy is that householder who has children to raise, who has to give future to the earth, who has to give future the world itself, the householder, the hustler, the man under the Brahma press, the man who's being squeezed to death. These religion people live off him. Oh, I can understand thief living off a householder, I can understand the have-not living out of a householder, but this religious man is so corrupt, gone so blind, and has no shame at all, that he who calls himself a man of God, he wants the money out of the one who's hustling in his life. That's why, Bibi, a gurdwara hai. आप जी अपने कृपा करके बच्चे नू संभालने की कोशिश करो। This corruption and steadfast open corruption by religious people. I'm not denying that Hindu Dharam is not a great Dharam. Hindu means a thief, so it's a religion of thieves. That's what Muslim calls it. And actually it was Sindhus. Sindhu means people who have a recognition that they are real. They were called Sindhus. They were acknowledged, knowledgeable, great people And when the Muslim conquered India, they started calling them Sindhus to Hindus. And then they started calling everybody Lalla and Gola. And Gola is the one who is bought, Lalla is who's born of a slave, and he is. And that became the title. India went very weird. When India was so weird, that pain was so great, there was born a man, Nanak, an ordinary man of a revenue officer's home, and who led us not that he has descended from heaven with all the powers, but he built his power, he built himself, and he walked with us hand in hand, talked to us hand in hand, lived with us hand in hand, and he challenged the Brahman, the wisest of all. The man who knew that God is the palm of my hand, he told him, what do you mean? He says, God is your palm of your hand, why world is suffering? And he challenged God too. Eti maar pai kurlani tenki dard naya. There's so much tragedy happened to the humanity. What happened to Lord God's mercy? Guru Nanak has not been understood, will not be understood. Not by Indians. I don't think so. They take it granted what he said. Guru Nanak is another Brahman who gave something much wiser. He gave them practically. Look at the Mool Mantra, the root on which we stand, Ik Onkar. There's one man who gave Naam to the whole world. Everything else is a mantra. Naam is only one. Naam has three conditions. Purkha, Prakriti, Prakash. The being, the ultimate being, the creative being, and the light of the being. If that mixed together in three words, it's called Naam. And Naam is Ik Onkar. If somebody has to simro Naam, then at least they should be wise enough to understand what they are talking. Vaheguru is Guru Mantra. And Vaheguru Guru Mantra is not which Guru Gobind Singh gave us. It was in the predictive book of Patanjali. Chagur, Chabdes, in that Guru's prediction it is, Vayanti, Karanti, Jagutpati, Vaha, Brahmande, Tesha Guru, Vaheguru. Vaheguru is the mantra which is chanted by Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Three together is a common mantra which was given. It's a Agya Chakra mantra, it's a Turkuti mantra, it's a Brahm mantra. What it does, Vaheguru Guru Mantra hai jap home koi, it takes away the limit of a man between his own insecurity to God, and that's all he does. And that's why in our Mool Mantra we say, Ik Onkar, Satnam, Karta Purkh, Nirpao, Nirvair. After all this, he grants us a status, Akal Murat. Those who trim their beards do not live a lifestyle. I have nothing, no objection to them. I'm not playing here on the behalf of the barbers of New York that their business is in danger. I'm talking of a very organic living, natural living. The question man has to learn in 1991, why he has the longest hair on his head, why his beard grow, why from black it becomes white. There's few fundamental things man has to learn. And if he doesn't learn, and he doesn't know to learn, and he doesn't want to learn, he can read Nanak. In his teaching, these are all answered. He said, Akal Murat, and then he grunted something. Then he says, Ajuni Saibhang Gur Prasad. When he said Gur Prasad, Sikhs questioned him. The rest was fine. He said, how? Now, you have laid it out. You have said Ik Onkar, that there is a one creator and creation and the light through which all this created. You have accepted the ownership of God. Nobody has accepted the ownership of God. Everybody is born in a sin. They have to hustle, they have to work, they have to find God. This was the most corrupt way of a religious man. Find God. If you can't find, come to me, pay your money, I'll find it for you. Give me the finder's fee. And that way, religion exploited man politically, socially, economically, personally, and corruptly. Nanak saw that corruption. He was open, he was honest. Then he said, Kaal khaye kuch hathon de, Nanak sach pachane se. He worked, man should work and then give. That's the only man who understands what truth is. Living off those who are hustling, sweating and working and taking their money and playing your game is one of the dirtiest things ever one has done in his life. And that's why every religion, the face of itself, falls apart. Because a man of God has to compromise with a rich man, with a moneyed man, with a political man, with a powerful man. And when a man of God, for political, social, economic reason, compromises, God is gone. It's a man in the garb of a god to exploit. That's why there's no satisfaction in religion. But what Nanak said, he said it very clean, he said it very clear, he said it very authentic. And in his 10 bodies, 11 bodies, there's a dispute, because first was the Shabad Guru, then was the Nanak, then Guru Gobind Rai, then Guru Gobind Singh. Now, we as a religion in 520 years even do not know how to count. We are so ill-treated on mathematics. We say it is the 10th Guru, which normally, when I sit with American kids, once the question asks, how is Guru Gobind Singh is our 10th Guru? I said, I know what you are saying. He says, no, sir, you have to talk about it. I said, what should I talk about it? You know he's not 10th. Why you are hustling with me? He said, well, why we as a whole nation, we are counting it wrong? I said, well, that's the way we want to survive. I don't know. Brahman confused us, we got confused. We can't even count right. So anyway, that's not the point in discussion. Point in discussion is, what I have come and studied here is that there was a time of Guru Gobind Singh when India was in such a status of exploitation, of misery, of pain, of non-clarity, self-deceit. So bad it was that ordinary foot soldier, if he's going on a horse, he spits. I'm talking of human rights. Americans understand that. If an ordinary foot soldier going on a horse that day on a duty, patrol duty, and he spits, and if a man by the side does not pick it on his hand, he can be beheaded without charge. And the soldiers are rewarded 50 coins for his effectiveness. That was the status when Guru Nanak was born. Guru Nanak challenged in a very humble way. I love his challenge, because the religion tells you this you do and this you don't. Do this, you'll go to heavens. Do this, you'll go to hell. Question is, if a Hindu takes beef, he goes to hell. If a Muslim takes pork, he goes to hell. Christian eats both. He's granted he's go to heaven. So who's true? Who's true for who? So there are 3 truths. One is individual, one is geographical, and one is infinite. Individual truth is which I know, you don't. I can't even explain. If I try to, I'll be a fool. Geographical truth is, you know I'm in New York. You know you are in New York. We know we are in Manhattan. You know we are in Manhattan. That stands it. Infinite truth is, whether I say I'm in New York, I am in Los Angeles, that's not true. I am an individual human being on earth at this time somewhere, at a certain longitude and latitude. This I'll explain to my coming generation. In the ultra situation of the mental scope of the mind, in the neurons of the brain, when 2 megawatt attitude and the volume of the brain is set to understand infinity in corrective and futuristic manner, You have to understand that the theta will not work until you have a practical way to combine between alpha and theta at the same time. Gamma quality is only required for your brain cells to work it out for your futurist nature, which in the previous time and space man never practiced. Inferior men of the past lives of yours were only survivalists. You are the futuristic, you understand the future in the sense of predictable tomorrow, not imaginative tomorrow. I know you don't understand this, but that's okay. It will be recorded, and 500 years ago, from now, children will understand this language. It's not for you. My apologies. You don't even understand what I'm saying, because you do not know who you are. You have a mind which can only tell you yesterday, which can remind you today, which can imagine your tomorrow. Man is born to intuitively know his tomorrow. If you don't know your tomorrow, you are guessing. And guess can be anything. Guru Nanak gave a practical idea. All right, my dear religion, you say to be, not to be. It won't work. They say, what will work? He said, let it be. Hukum razai chalna, Nanak likhya na. They say, what about our personal ego? Personal will, free will. He said that is 20%, 80% God works in everything. Banyan tree is a banyan tree, potatoes are potatoes, only it is humans who become banyans and potato at the same time. So because they have free will. Man is the only one thing which can lie and can rationally and logically justify it. I sit under cherries trees. I always know cherries are going to fall on me. It will never be watermelons. Never. I understand it. But with a man, I understand if he talks to me A, he may not even think of A. He might be thinking C at that time and planning D to reach E, but he's talking A. This only man can do. He's so corrupt, so covered, because he is insecure. Nanak knew the insecurity of man. He knew he's not living in the spirit. Nanak said, Je Atma nahi pai, te Paramatma kitho palayanga. If you have not found your own soul, how can you find God? If you have no good relationship with the ambassador, how are you going to have a good relationship with the government? So Nanak said, let it be. And use that 20% free will to see that you don't goof from God's will. Once a while in Los Angeles, I had a very tough student. He said, Yogi ji, show me God. Poor Yogi ji, what to do? Guy was innocent, very powerful, but innocent. His questions were very innocent. I said, why should I show you God and not everybody? He said, because I asked for it. Nobody else has asked. I said, why you ask me? He said, you can show it. Nobody else can. I said, this is all the question you ask everybody? He said, yes. Wherever I go, I ask one question, show me God. If the person show me God, I am his. If not, I'll never see him again. I say, I'll show you God on one promise. He said, what's that? I said, once I show you God, you'll never see me again. You promise, I'll show you God. He said, what do you mean I won't see? Can I come to your class? I said, no, if I'll trace you in my class, I'll wake you up and say, get out. I'll insult you. Why? I said, I'm not a preacher, I'm a teacher. You have challenged my integrity to begin with. You have put a condition. The answer to that condition is, you will see God and I will show you God. That I promise. But you shall not see me so long I live in America. And my will I'll write, you'll not be come to allowed to pray at my place where people pray. If you agree with me as a gentleman, today is the day I'll show you God. He looked at me, he said, you are doing it because you don't want to show me God. You can't show me God. You are doing it, you are pressing my buttons. This is what the American talk. I say, yeah, I'm pressing your all buttons. You want to get pressed buttons or not? You pressed mine, and I'm a teacher. I'm just pressing more. You know, you started tit for tat. I didn't. He said, okay, show me God, and I promise you, what you want, you'll get. I said, fine. I said, you have a car outside? He said, yeah. I said, which one is this? He said, it is a Mercedes. I said, okay. What, 280S or other one? He said, no, it's 280S, new, good car. I said, what? He said, is the top over? He said, yeah. I said, put it down. Make it a sports car. So he went out, he put the car, fine, good, came in. I said, let's go. So I sat down with him. I said, now you're going to see God? He said, yes. I said, now drive. You will drive as I direct. So wherever came red light, I said, drive through and see no accident happens. So one red light went, and I was praying to Guru Ramdas for a miracle. I said, do it fast. I can't go long, otherwise there will be accident, will be in tragedy. Do it fast, please come through. You are Guru of miracles. And you know, I was very humble inside, but I was very outside, ballooned that I'm going to show him God. So you understand the status of a man who goes through two things at the same time. And he said, are you disturbed? I said, no, I'm willing to die. If God doesn't appear, then I'm willing to die. You keep on driving. Third red light was really risky because it was already red. First it was all yellows, then we crossed, it was red. But it was really red, and we were about 50. I said, cross these cars which are standing and cross through. He said, other traffic is coming. I said, shut up, go. So he went and he put his horn up and he created such a ruckus. We had not gone 3 blocks. There were 3 cars with a light, two. And he said, they are pulling me over. I said, God has arrived. 3 gods for you, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Eka Mai, Jukta Vihai, Tinchale Purvan. All 3 with God are here. They have heard your appeal of death. They don't want you to die. You pull over now. Let's go on the side. And the police officer was a yoga student. First one who approached was a yoga student. And he said, sir, you know what this nut is doing? I said, no. I'll explain to you what it is. And after that, you give him a ticket first. You know, that's all right. I said, it's a very good thing. Give him a ticket. He said, for how many offenses? I said, does it matter? He's a millionaire, you know, what did he meant to do? Confiscate his car. Just don't put him in jail, give him any ticket, he will take it. He said, no, I don't want to give him a ticket. Let him explain to me what he was doing. I said, look. I said, Andrew, you're my student too. He asked me to show him God. I'm showing him God. 3 mistakes, 4 he did. He crossed through a red light. He thought he can do it, he's doing it. And now God appeared in your body, and now he's going to pay for it. Exactly this is how in life we do. We go and commit a mistake, and one day or second day, then karma catch up with us, and we pay the penalty. Now he knows God is. And he said, yes, now I see. Now I see God is. I understand now karma. I said, that is what it is. Jap, tap, sanjam, taram, nikamaya, seva, sadhni, janya, haraya, kau, nanakam, nich, karama, ragu, sarma. Jap means when you meditate, you repeat. Because Guru Nanak, when he was asked, Guru Prasad, he was asked, why, where, when? He said, Jap. There's only one commandment in Sri Guru Granth. Jap. Ad sach, jugad sach, hai bhi sach, Nanak hosi bhi sach. Jap tai ki hai. There's only one jap. We are Sikhs of Sri Guru Granth, not of a person, place or a thing. That's jap. Guru Mantra Vaheguru hai. That's given to us by Guru Gobind Singh. And our Guru is Sri Guru Granth. Now the problem is, how Sri Guru Granth is a Guru? We need a man to interpret it. That's what the problem, that's what confusion is. Man is needed to even interpret, if nothing else. So these small shops, I call them spiritual tuck shops. That's how they grow up. You know, you need a man. Without a man, you can't do it. So man is there, so worship the man, feed him. First ask that man of God, you should feed everybody. If you can't, don't claim it. This time in Vancouver, Swaran wanted to be a Sikh of the Guru. He wanted to take Amrit. He has a sawmill, he's a rich man. I think he was very proud of being a successful young man. He asked me, Pitaji, father, come to Vancouver to bless me once. I said, no. I don't have time, and I don't want to leave my heavens in Espanola and come to, oh, no, 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 community wants you. I said, this community 2 years ago were putting stones at me and never wanted to enter anywhere and address no congregation, and forget it. He said, no, no, it's all changed. I said, why? He said, when they understand that I'm going to take Amrit, everybody is 180 degrees upside down. They can't believe it. It's a miracle. I said, well, it's a miracle of Guru Ramdas. Tell everybody. Why are you bothering me? He said, okay, if it's up to Guru Ramdas, I'll pray. And Father, you will come. I can guarantee you. I said, yeah. You have become, with a drip drishti, know everything. I'll come. I'm not going to come. Shut up. I hung the telephone. Unfortunately, within 1 week, I got a telephone call that Eugene, Oregon, I have to go and negotiate on my factory's situation. I said, what's the amount in all this? It is in millions. I said, well, why can't you not negotiate it? He said, well, he's an old man. He only loves to talk to you. He told me, send the chief in. He's willing to come, or you are willing to come. I said, well, we need this situation, I'll be willing to come. Give him a time, I'll be there. So now, naturally, when I went to Eugene, I told him, I said, distance is short, why don't you come to meet me in Eugene? He said, is there anything on the planet I can do that you can come to Vancouver? I said, yes, if you take Amrit. Only one thing, that can bring me. If you decide to take Amrit, I'll come to Eugene. Eugene, to there is no problem, it's just an hour and a half, I'll visit you. Second thing is, don't hustle me to go everywhere. I just come, you take Amrit, I'll bless you, I'll pray for you and family, and I'll be back. He said, that we'll see. But I'll tell you how the arrangements are. So he faxed me the arrangements. Swaran is taking Amrit with so many more people, and I am speaking in every gurdwara, known and unknown to me in Vancouver, and it's all set, and it was in the newspaper, and he sent it all up. I called him, I said, what are you doing? You're doing the same wrong thing. He said, well, it's between son and a father. When you come here, you can blast me, but that's what I want to do. I have done it, it's all set. I said, then just understand, you are going to be the son of Guru Gobind Singh, not my son anymore. He said, that's true. I said, I like to remind you. I wanted to be difficult. I said, 92 crores of rupees, Lal was in his kalgi, in his headgear. So what you are going to wear that way? To look his son? Or you are going to this cheapo casito business, you know, the way the blue jeans and all that stuff, and you're going to pay that day some pant and a shirt, and that's the way you're going to wear? He said, what do you want? I said, I want you to look real Sahibzada. I leave it to your imagination. Well, I sometimes ask you to look at him. He did it all. And he did it very gracefully, very sophisticatedly, very humbly. And that blew everybody's top. I told him, I said, sir, it is not you who matter. It is what you project that matters. Now you have projected the spirit of Guru Gobind Singh. Now you have accepted him as a father, now you're going to stick. Another 40 people did the same thing, and we extended ourselves to next week, and then there was the Amrit for another. Some people took it, and it was very good enough. Because it is not the money, it is not the marriage, it is not the household, it is not the love, it is not anything which can make a person happy. I have come to conclude, if you are inside do not have vitality to match outside pressure, you are unhappy. Doesn't matter what. And the Nanak, his religion, his way of life, his style is to fulfill inside and reflect out. Not be a beggar going and asking, please help me, please do this for me, please give me this, please give. He gave us the freedom from the worship of the man. Guru Gobind Rai, the perfect Guru, was putting his right thumb into the water and giving Charnavat. He understood he can't do it anymore. He became, Gobind Rai became a disciple of the Khalsa, which he created, and became Guru Gobind Singh. This is a miracle which you will not find anywhere. Though we sing, wow, wow, Gobind Singh, Ape Guru Chela, we don't understand how difficult it is. Because to become humble, you need only God's personal strength in you. We can't be humble. We have showcase going around us. Look at my house, look at my wealth, look at my cars, look at my this, look at my that. Well, that's all fine. But let me look in you. Let me look in your eyes, see how corrupt and cruel you are. Not to me, to yourself. How much vengeful you are. How much God you deny yourself between you and God. How much fight is. How much you do not trust God. On a dollar bill you write, in God we trust. You don't trust God at all. You don't understand the one who can rotate this planet Earth for you within 24 hours can take care of your routine. You don't. You are liars. You live lies openly and honestly, and then you use logic and reasons to justify. Guru Nanak stood against those lies and those justifications. He said it again and again. Sant Siyapa Lakhwe ta ik na chale na. He said these are his words. And you and your schemes and your strategies and your planning, God, what should I tell you? I'm staying in Gurdwara, I can't tell you. Do you exist? And you have any status to exist? And you can claim being human? You're like a candle whose head is not burning, there's no light. Candle is candle, it has the capacity to be lit, but you never do it. Atam antar na pachanya, andmoya vijjanjal. That's what you are. Antar guru aradhana, jeba jab guru now. Netri satguru pekhna, sunni sunna guru. When do you do that? Sri Granth is a Shabd Guru by his own merit. Gora, Guru, Satguru, Sri Guru, Vaheguru. Gora, formula, Guru, which makes you expert in his formula, Satguru, who gives you the perfection, Satya, the very depth, truth of it. Sri Guru, who gives you the universality of application of that. Vaheguru, who merges you with the infinity. These are the 5 words. Vaheguru is our Guru Mantra, Sri Guru Granth is our Guru, and Puran Satguru is the Khalsa. The same Guru who told us to worship Sri Guru Granth, the same Guru who told us Vaheguru will be our Guru Mantra, the same Guru said, Khalsa, Mera, Satguru Pura. No, I am teasing these days many Sikhs. You know, they come with all their decoration, you know, you freak out when you see them. And they think they have got God in the palm of the left hand, right hand is free to do everybody in. I am meeting these people and I ask them, Aao ji Puran Satguru Maharaj. They think I got lunatic. Really they do. Their reaction is, and then they just open up their mouth like a baboon. Freaks me out. I want a heart attack right there on this spot. I want to go. Oh, bhai, so many years, tu pekhi Sikh, tu pakhandi, so many years Guru has said it, so many years you have heard it, you took Amrit, you took the Naam, Guru Mantra, and you are not listening. He said 3 things. He went on, Khalsa mere jaan ki jaan, Khalsa mere pran ke pran. You are not willing to listen to that. And you are trying to put slogans and slogans and slogans and inspire and stimulate and stimulate. Where you are taking anybody? One thing Vancouver taught me today, which I will like to share with you. A man came with a certain sickness about his nervous system. I met him very honestly. He thought as a yogi, he has gone to every doctor in the world, perhaps I'll give him some tidbit and he'll be okay. I don't know what brought him, but he came. There were always 400 or 500 people coming for health reason also. So what we did is we made some little tablets and some drops and we said give it to everybody, and God prevailed and we got a good PR on that. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We used the ultimate formula, we got the ultimate results. Simple. There was no miracle in it, but they thought it's my touch. You know, people do that to you, always. They don't even want to give credit to the medicine. They want to give credit to a person. That's how personal we are. So I told him, I said, what's your problem? He said, this is what my problem is. This is, I brought my medical record. I went through those pages. Now, how many files you want to see? It was this thick medical record. There's not a doctor anywhere in the... He's a rich man, he can afford it. I said, Khalsa ji, let us sit at the same level. You are no more a patient, I am no more a advisor to you, let us sit at the same. I said, when do you take Amrit? 27 saal ho gaye ne ji. 27 years ago I took the Amrit. I said, naam japde ho? To kehna hi si na, this was my way to ask her, do you chant the naam, do you are in wrath? He said, 2.5 hours I recite Vaheguru Guru Mantra every morning, 3 to 5:30. Then I do my banis, and then I relax and eat my breakfast, and then I read 1 hour from Sri Guru Granth, take the hukam, then I go to my... When I heard his scale, I said, wow, you are so perfect. But one thing I don't know, you can't be sick with this disease. He said, means you don't have a hope? I said, no, it's not a question of hope. This sickness you can't have. It's impossible that all what you do, I say I abuse my body all the time, I'm still abusing it. I'm not supposed to be here 10 days, or doing what I'm doing. 20 hours work, openly, publicly. I'm not supposed to. Then I'm going to go to New York, I'm going to go to Washington. I say I'm an abuser. And I was in hospital, I learned my lesson, but I don't think I have learned enough. But the way you live is so divine, so perfect. I'm really proud of you. But that sickness I don't understand. He said, Yogi ji, tusi tab bimar ho gaye, you also became sick. I said, yeah, I became sick because I abused myself. I know. But you don't. This sickness can't be. He said, then what it is? I said, how you chant the Naam? He sat in a chaunkada. Oh, perfect. I said, I said, when you got the Naam from Panch Pyare or somebody person gave it to you? No, Panch Pyare. He gave the names. And 3 of those renowned Sikhs I remember. I said, wow, how they give it to you? In Virasana, I said, you got the name in Virasana and you sit in a Sukhasana and you do that. Maga, if you don't do the Prakash of the Sri Guru Granth, you can read it? Can I? No. तो मैं कहा फिर सुख आसन क्यों जपते जी सुख सुख why you're doing this? Okay, nobody told me. I said, you got in Virasana Vaheguru mantra. Now please sit in Virasana. He sat, the whole room heard his cry. I said, now Khalsa, stick with the Guru's name in this posture. Don't move and utter Vaheguru. It took me 30 minutes to convince him and his pain was gone. 3 days later he said, I am all fine. I said, Hail Guru Ramdas, Tan Tan Ramdas Guru Jin Siryatine Swarya, Puri Hui Karamat Ab Sirjan Are Tarya. And he chanted the whole Shabad. I said, you are better than me, you know the whole Shabad. I only want to know these 2 lines. He said, why? I said, that works for me. I want Karamat, rest is Guru's problem, not mine. I am very simple and I want to remain simple. Question today is, mankind wants to be happy. The Guru Nanak message is, you have the right to be happy, you have the right to be happy, this is the way to be happy, practice it, penetrate, happiness is granted you. Can we spread it? In Gurdwaras, it's not possible. In houses, it is not possible. You have to become a personal something to somebody. And that is not Guru Nanak's way. In our religion, there's a Manji Sahib. Guru put a cart out, sat on it, Sikhs came, he talked, he learned. We built Gurdwaras on it. And even in those Gurdwaras, we can't talk in a Kayul way. It has to be regimented. There has to be secretary, there has to be president, everybody ego has to send. He gave $20 for the prasad, he gave $30 for this. God, what the hell we are creating with this religion? We live in a Judo-Christian society and we can't even tell them who we are, and then we want to have communication, respect and relationship with them? Why should they even consider you are human? When you don't even follow your own Guru, you don't follow the guidelines. Why other people should look at you? Sikh religion is based on 4 things. Bana, Bani, Seva, Simran. Bana is very clear. Identify. Identify, I'm a Sikh. Identify, I have a Guru. Identify, I am ready. Identify, I am a Sir. Identify, I am Sarbatada Pala. Identify, I am Chardi Kala. Identify, identify, identify. That's one thing does it. I learned the hard way. I went without uniform to inspect my guard once. The moment I cross certain line, he said, halt, who comes there? I said, friend. He said, password. Luckily, I remembered it. But in between, I know the bullet went into the chamber. I heard the click. I gave the password. He said, pass, friend. The moment I went further, he said, halt. I didn't understand that. That was not in our manual. But I halted. Who will not halt when you can see a shining bayonet on the rifle straight at your chest? You will halt. So I halted, and then he said, welcome, sir. I said, oh, God. I went there. He turned down the whole guard to give me presentation, which was required. And later on I met him. I said, I'm very happy. You are educated? He said, yes, sir. I have metric pass. I said, you should not be a spy. But what it should be? I said, leave it to me. I wrote a note. Next day I came. It was reminded to me. I had a vacancy of a clerk. I just pushed him. It was promotion for him, but I got rid of a arguing, intelligent guard. He said, why so? I said, son, it's not in the code book. You hauled the commanding officer, you know it. You wanted to run the whole company. You did a wonderful job, but you are not a fit soldier. Soldier, just obey. I said, it's a law of divinity. Law of divinity is obey, serve, love, accept. You wanted to show off that you're so smart, you can turn the whole guard out. That's not in the book. That's why our religion is well written. It is sealed by Nanak. Every word of it. We have started doubting it, whether we read Ragmala or not, and whether we wear keski in Amrit or we have kesas in Amrit. That has been given to us to destroy us. We have stood 520 years. Now Sikh religion has crossed the boundaries of the Satluj and the shores of India. It has a future. But it will not be a religion of a Brahmin. It shall be only a religion of Guru Gobind Singh as laid by the father and mother Mata Sahib Deva. It shall be under that leadership. It shall not obey a man, worship a man. It will not also disrespect any man. We know the art to live and let live. We are not in a position to explain ourselves to those whom we are in debt and grateful. They carried Sri Guru Granth to us. We shall always be in debt. We want to be in debt. And that's all, folks. But we shall not follow your procedures. We will not adapt your policies. And whether you are the greatest Sikh or you are a paid Sikh, we have nothing to do with you. We have our father, and we are no orphans. Guru Gobind Singh is our father. As a Khalsa nation will exist. Happiness is our birthright, and we should give it to our generation. If you want to come abroad, come aboard, you are most welcome. You are our respectable ancestors. But if you have your own condition, live, let live. Enjoy your own theories and your personalities and your programs and your things. We as a Khalsa nation refuse to interfere. Anything which is corrupt, impure, improper, and not according to exact rules what our father go. We are not going to shame ourselves as bastards who have a father. धी मरे जो कुल नू लाज लावे, पुत मरे जो फरमा बरदार नहीं. It's a better a dead son than a disobedient son. And that's a decision which I have no authority to change, but I have the right to explain. That's why we are we. And just remember, 22 years ago, you never thought it will happen. And 40 years from now, you will never know. And I want to give one message to Government of India. You are coming out with a begging bowl. Learn to deal with West, not to make and claim and spend that foreign earned money that they are terrorists. Learn to wipe that out. Come down on your knees and deal with them. It's not only Punjab, it is every inch of the world going to be covered that way. If you have no futuristic technology or understanding and you are lost, all the drishti which India taught to the world for so many thousand, God bless you. And same I tell everybody. I have a very nice thing to say. Have a nice day. Enjoy your life. Be free. Do whatever you want. But we are going to do, folks, what we are born to do. We are not going to give distance to our destiny. We are not depending on anybody. We have nothing to beg and ask for. We'll ask our Father, our living Mother, in the Pratakh Guru, Sri Guru Granth to guide us, to bless us, to have us, or to kill us. Give me the honor, O God, or give me the death. Give me the honor, O God, or give me the honorable death. That's all we'll stand for. And that's all it is. Because my purity, my pavitrata, my purity belongs to God, and my victory belongs to God. That only entitles a person who can say Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa means the purity in you is that of Vaheguru. Well, stand before a mayor, measure yourself how much pure you are, how much free of fear you are, how much extensive you are, how much expensive you are, who you are. If you know who you are, then you know how pure you are. If you know how pure you are, you can recite this. And when comes victory, let it be that of Vaheguru too, not yours. Let us leave behind the legacy which my father Guru Gobind Singh and mother Mata Sahib Deva and my 4 brothers Ajit, Jar, Joravar, Fateh Singh left to me. Let us live that and let us bypass. If we can't bypass, let us cross. Let it take what it takes. Let it be. We are already in a path of war. There's no substitute for victory. Let us do it now. Let's do forever. Let us come and serve the humanity, uplift their spirit. Let us give them the real message of the Guru. Let word be happy. And that is the only way we can say, Nanak Naam, Chaddi Kala, Tere Pane, Sarbat Ka Pala, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Sab tu jaye, Teg baad simriye, karna un dhyave thaye, sab thai hona ji saye, sab thai hona ji saye. 10वें पातशाह साहिब गुरु गोबिंद सिंह महाराज, पंथ पिता सब थाई होना जी साए, सब साई होना जी साए। साहिब श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी महाराज, आप जी की बाणी की महिमा कही न जाए। ध्यान तर बोलना जी, सतनाम सतनाम सतनाम। 4 ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦੇ 5 ਪਿਆਰੇ 40 ਮੁਕਤੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦਾਂ ਮਰੀਦਾਂ ਹੱਟੀਆਂ ਜਪੀਆਂ ਤਪੀਆਂ ਸਿਦਕਵਾਨਾ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਿਆ ਵਣ ਛਕਿਆ ਧਰਮ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਸੀਸ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਬੰਦ ਬੰਦ ਕੁਟਵਾਏ ਪੁੱਠੀਆਂ ਖਲਾਂ ਲਵਾਈਆਂ ਸੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਆਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਦੁਫਾੜੇ ਦੇਗਾਂ 'ਚ ਬਾਲੇ ਗਏ ਜੰਡਾਂ 'ਚ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਫੂਕੇ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਦਲੇ ਗਏ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਿਦਕ ਕੇਸਾਂ ਸਵਾਸਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਨਿਭਾਇਆ ਤਿਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਜੀ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸਤਨਾਮ। ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਮਾਈਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਖਨੀ ਖਨੀ ਟਿੱਕੀ ਪਿਆਲੇ ਪਿਆਲੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਤੇ ਗੁਜ਼ਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਟੁਕੜੇ ਕਰਵਾ ਹਾਰ ਗਲਾਂ 'ਚ ਪਵਾਏ ਨੇਜ਼ਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਟੰਗਵਾਏ ਸੀ ਨੀ ਉਚਰੀਆਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਿੱਠਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਤਿਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਜੀ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸਤਨਾਮ। ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਮੌਜੂਦਾ ਦੌਰ 'ਚ ਟਾਇਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਬੰਨ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਫੂਕ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਘੜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਠਿਆਂ ਗਏ ਲਾਈਆਂ ਤਰੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਸਿਰ ਧਰ ਕੇ ਜੂਝ ਗਏ ਤੇਰੇ ਦਰ ਕਰਵਤ ਖਾਤਰ ਆਪਾ ਵਾਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸ਼ਹਾਦਤ ਦਾ ਜਾਮ ਪੀਤਾ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਿਦਕ ਕੇਸਾਂ ਸਵਾਸਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਨਿਭਾ ਗਏ ਤਿਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸਤਨਾਮ। ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾਨ ਨਾਮ ਦਾਨ ਰਹਿਤ ਦਾਨ ਕੇਸ ਦਾਨ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਦਾਨ ਦਾਨ ਆਸਿਰ ਦਾਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਇਸ਼ਨਾਨ ਚੌਂਕੀਆਂ ਝੰਡੇ ਬੁੰਗੇ ਜੁਗ ਜੁਗ ਅਟਾਲ ਧਰਮ ਕਾ ਜੈਕਾਰ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸਹਾਇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਬੋਲ ਵਾਲੇ ਮਨ ਨੀਵਾਂ ਮਤ ਉੱਚੀ ਮਤ ਪਤ ਕਰਾਖਾ ਪਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ परम पिता सतगुरु साहिब श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी महाराज आप जी का दरबार सजिया है, आप दे दरबारियां ने आप दे हाजरी भरी है। मेहर करनी, समत देनी, अंग संग सहाई होना। सच्चे पिता मेहर करनी, आयां दी लाज रखनी। प्रभु जी तो को लाज हमारी, मेहर करो, कृपा करो। निराकार सतगुरु, निरंकार सतगुरु, महाकाल सतगुरु, देवकार सतगुरु, दायंतकार सतगुरु, अतापार सतगुरु, वाहेगुरु 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 वाहेगुरु। साहिब श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी मेहर करनी। आए सिखा ਸਿੰਘਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਦੇ ਚਰਨੀ ਲਾਉਣਾ। ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰੋਂ ਦਰੋਂ ਵਰੋਂ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਮਿਹਰ ਕਰੋ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਹਜ਼ੂਰ ਆਪ ਦੀਆਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਾਤਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਚਕੜਾ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਦੀ ਦੇਗ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਭੋਗ ਲਗੇ ਸੀਤ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੇ। ਜੋ ਜੀ ਛਕੇ ਸੋ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਪਿਆਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਜਪੇ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨੀ। ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਬਿਨ ਬੋਲਿਆਂ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਦਾ। सतमित्र कौर खालसा सच्चे पातशाह 15वां जन्मदिन है। सिखी सिदक बख्शना, अपना प्यार सत्कार, अंग संग सहाई होना, चढ़दी कला बख्शनी। आप जी कृपा करो। आप जी अपना हुक्म बख्शे, हुक्म ते चलन दी शक्ति ते भक्ति बख्शो। मेहर करो, आप विचरो ते विचारो, कृपा करो। गुरु नानक नाम चढ़दी कला, तेरे पाने सरबत का भला। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। आज्ञा भई अकाल की, नबी चलायो सब हुक्म है। गुरु ग्रंथ जी जो प्रभु को मिल बूझ है, घोर शब्द में लगे। राज करेगा खालसा, आकी रहे न को। खौर हुए सब मिलेंगे, राज करेगा खालसा, आकी रहे न कोई। खौर हुए सब मिलेंगे, बोले सो निहाल। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु गुरु को।
सो कहो टल गुरु सेनिए, ऐनस सहज सुभाए। दर्शन परसिए गुरु के, जन्म मरण दुख जाए। होवे सिफत खसम दी, नूर अरसो कुरसो चटिए। तुद डिठे सच्चे पातशाह, मल जन्म जन्म दी कटिए। सज्जन सच्चा पातशाह, सिर शाह दे शाहो। जिस पास बैठिया सोईए, सबना दा विसाहो। जिस पास बैठिया सोईए, सबना दा विसाहो। बिहागड़ा महला पंजवा। कर कृपा गुरपार ब्रह्मपुरे, अन दिन नाम वखाना राम। अमृत बानी उचरा हर जस, मिठा लागे तेरा पाना राम। कर कृपा गुरपार ब्रह्मपुरे, अन दिन नाम वखाना राम। अमृत बानी उचरा हर जस, मिठा लागे तेरा पाना राम। कर दया मिया गोपाल गोबिंद, कोई नाही तुझ बिना। समर्थ अगाथ अपार पूरन, जियो तन तन तुम मना। मूरख मुग्ध नाथ चंचल, बलहीन नीच जाना। बिनवंत नानक शरण तेरी, रख लियो आमन जाना। साधे सरनी पाइये हर जियो, गुण गावे हर नीता राम। तूर भगतन की मन तन लगो, हर जियो सब पतित पुनीता राम। पतिता पुनीता होए तिन संग, जिन विदाता पाया। नाम राते जी दाते, नित दे चढ़े सवाया। रिद्ध सिद्ध नव निध हर जप, जिन्नी आत्म जीता। बिनवंत नानक बड़ भाग पाइयै, साध साजन मीता। जिन्नी सच वनंजिया हर जियो, से पूरे सहा राम। बहुत खजाना तिन पै हर जियो, हर कीर्तन लाहा राम। काम क्रोध न लोभ व्यापे, जो जन प्रभ स्यो रात्या। एक जानै एक मानै, राम कै रंग मात्या। लग संत चरनी पड़े सरनी, मन तिनाउ महा। बिनवंत नानक जिन नाम पल्लै, सेई सच्चे साहा। नानक सोई सिमरिये हर जियो, जाकी कल तारी राम। गुरमुख मनो न विसरै हर जियो, करता पुरख मुरारी राम। दुख रोग न पौ व्यापै, जिन्नी हर हर त्याया। संत प्रसाद तरे पवजल, पूरब लिखिया पाया। वजी वधाई मन शांत आई, मिलिया पुरख अपारी। बिनवंत नानक सिमर हर हर, इच्छ पुनि हमारी। वजी वधाई मन शांत आई, मिलिया पुरख अपारी। बिनवंत नानक सिमर हर हर, इच्छ पुनि हमारी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
Bihagra, Fifth Avenue of Light. O my perfect Guru God, show mercy unto me, that night and day I may utter the Lord's name. I utter the ambrosial Gurbani, brimful with thy praise. O my perfect Guru God, show mercy unto me, that night and day I may utter the Lord's name. I utter the ambrosial Gurbani, brimful with thy praise, O God. Thy will seems sweet unto me, O world cherisher, and the master of the universe, show kindness and compassion unto me. Without thee I have not another. O my omnipotent, ineffable, infinite, and omnipresent master, my life, body, wealth, and soul are all thine. I am foolish, stupid, masterless, restless, powerless, mean, and insensate. Supplicates Nanak, I have sought thy refuge, O Lord. Save me from coming and going. In the sanctuary of saints I have attained to the venerable God, and ever sing Lord's praise. If the dust of the devotees' feet be applied to the mind and body, O reverend Lord, all the sinners become pure. The lapsed get sanctified in the society of those who have met their Creator. Imbued with the Nam, they ever bless mortals with the divine soul, and their gifts increase day by day. They who meditate on God and conquer their mind obtain wealth, success, and the 9 treasures. Praise Nanak, O friend, it is by good destiny that the saints, the intimates of God, are obtained. They alone who deal in truth, O reverend Lord, are the perfect bankers. O venerable God, they possess the immense treasure and reap the profit of Lord's praise. Lust, wrath, and avarice cling not to the persons who are imbued with the Lord. They recognize one, believe in one, and are intoxicated with one Lord's love. They fall at the Saint Guru's feet and seek his shelter. Within their mind is joy. Praise Nanak, they alone are the true bankers who have the Nam in their lap. Meditate thou on that reverend God, O Nanak, who by his might supports all. In their mind the pious persons forget not the honorable God, who is the mighty creator and the slayer of Moor demon. Anguish, disease, and fear cling not to them who contemplate over the Lord Master. By the saints' grace they cross the dreadful world ocean and obtain what is preordained for them. Congratulations pour in, their mind is pacified, and the infinite Lord meets them. Supplicates Nanak, by dwelling on the Lord God, my desire is fulfilled. Congratulations pour in, their mind is pacified, and the infinite Lord meets them. Supplicates Nanak, by dwelling on the Lord God, my desire is fulfilled. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Sikana ko hukam aaye, Sab sikana ko hukam aaye, Sab sikana ko hukam aaye, Guru mani avranta, Guru mani avranta, Guru mani avranta.
Satnam, 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 Satnam Ji. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam Ji. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Dhan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Dhan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Dhan Sri